Crisis of the Socialist Bloc. It all began because the Soviet leader Gorbachev implemented grammatization and economic restructuring, which ultimately saw the death of the Eastern Bloc. In October 1990, the Berlin Wall was shut down and East and West Germany were unified. Finally, in 1991, the Soviet Union collapsed into independent countries. 1941 Pearl Harbor. Knowing the US is gearing up to engage them in the Pacific Ocean, theater of World War II, Japan deploys a massive air attack on US Navy ships parked at Pearl Harbor. A lot of people, thousands of people died. In 1950, Korean War starts. The North Korean People's Army crosses the 38th parallel into South Korea, eliciting almost an immediate response from US President Truman, and starting the Korean War, a proxy battle between the United States and the People's Republic of China. 1983. The Internet is born. The Internet as we know it today, it's a seemingly endless collection of websites hosted on servers scattered across the globe, and is still more than a decade away, but it is very important the function of it in the digital era. 1989. The Berlin Wall falls. Cracks in the monolithic Soviet bloc are starting to appear in the 1980s, and the very symbol of communist oppression comes crashing down in November when the Berlin Wall is breached, ending a 28-year division of the city. 1997. Princess Diana killed, or most known as Lady Di. She was one of the most rare people on the planet, and sadly she died in a car crash in Paris on August 31 from 1987, and the world really stopped because she really helped a lot of people, even if she was from the loyalty and a high middle class. 2009. America's first African American president. After defeating Republican Sen. John McCain of Arizona by amassing 365 electoral votes and 53% of the popular vote, Barack Obama is sworn in as the first African American president of the United States. 2020 COVID-19. As you obviously know, it is the most current and recent event in the world. A novel coronavirus that causes the disease COVID-19 was first detected in Wuhan, China in late 2019. The virus spread to Europe and the United States in early 2020 and was declared a pandemic by the World Health Organization on March 11. Globalization. Its function is to promote and increase interactions between different regions and populations around the globe, trade and the technology that have made the world into a more connected and interdependent place. Terrorism is the unlawful use of power or brutality against innocent people or property to scare and attack them. It is surely a threat to humanity. One example of terrorism was the attack to the Twin Towers in New York of September 11, 2001, a very sad event. Unipolar world. Unipolarity is a condition where one state under the state of worldwide insurgency partakes in a vast majority of force and faces no contender states. A unipolar state isn't equivalent to a realm or a hegemon that have some control over the way of behaving of any remaining states. Digital era. It's the actual period in which the internet takes the main role. It deals with amazing and great types of communication that have transformed the environment and quality of our lives for more interactions in the society. It mainly emerged because of the need to improve transportation, relations with other countries, and get benefits from them. It occurred over the century ending in 1914, so in a few words, it began because it allows countries to gain easier access to foreign knowledge. I consider that the application of a particular political philosophy, such as socialism, anarchism, and fascism, were the main reasons that made terrorists to do irredentist movements. Kurt Hammer, an American political columnist, developed a theory which he called the unipolar moment. He argued that the United States emerged as the only great power from the Cold War and were not part of a new unipolar international system, especially when looking at US foreign policy in West Asia and North Africa. It becomes clear that Krauthammer's theory has had a huge impact. I consider that in most of the activities we do, every person has been influenced by the technology by the digital era offers, whether if it was with a tablet, cell phone, computer, etc. All the people from society mainly use these devices to work, play, and communicate to interact with another person.